idea of human rights is that each one of us, no matter who we are or where we were born, is entitled to the basic rights and freedoms. Human rights are not privileges, and they cannot be granted or revoked. They are inalienable and universal. That may sound straightforward enough, but it's get incredibly complicated as soon as everyone tries to put the idea into practice. What exactly are the basic human rights? Who gets to pick them? Who enforces them, and how? The history behind the concept of human rights is a long one, throughout the centuries and across societies, religion, and cultures. We have struggled with defining notions of rightfulness, justice, and rights. But one of the modern affirmations of universal human rights emerged from the ruins of World War II. With the creation of United Nations, the treaty that established the UN gives as one of its purposes to reaffirm faith in fundamental human rights. And with the same spirit, in 1948, the UN General Assembly adopted the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. This document, written by an international committee chaired by Eleanor Roosevelt, lays the basis for modern international human rights law. The Declaration is based on the principle that all human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights. It lists 30 articles recognizing, among other things, the principle of non-discrimination and the right to life and liberty. It refers to negative freedoms like freedom from torture or slavery, as well as positive freedoms, such as the freedom of movement and residence. It encompasses basic civil and political rights such as freedom of expression, religion, or peaceful assembly, as well as social, economic, and cultural rights such as the right to education and the right to freely choose one's occupation and be paid and treated fairly.
Nasa 18.6% ng mga kabataan po sa Pilipinas ang hindi nag-aaral sa ngayon.
Education is a basic human right. However, many Filipino students, especially those from poor or rural areas, still face barriers in accessing quality education. Our advocacy aims to raise awareness and promote solutions to ensure that every student, regardless of their backgrounds, has a fair chance to learn and succeed. In the Philippines, education is supposed to be free and accessible, but in reality, thousands of learners still struggle. Many children drop out of school due to poverty, some lack of school supplies, gadgets, or even transportation. During pandemic, the digital divide widened. Students in urban areas could study online, while those in remote areas had no internet connection or devices. This situation revealed the deep inequality that exists in our education system. Certain groups such as indigenous learners, children with disabilities, and out-of-school youth also face greater challenges. These inequalities limit their opportunities and affect our country's overall progress. By promoting equal access to quality education, every child should have a chance to dream, achieve, and contribute to a better Philippines.
So we all are aware that our population is growing rather very significantly, but the infrastructures that receive students remain the same regardless if the population is the same as before it was built. Our government is forcing these students to these infrastructures even if the said infrastructures are no longer suitable. They are forcing them to schools for them to receive the so-called education even if there is a classroom shortage. Even if the environment there is no longer ideal. Imagine sitting in a room that is so hot you keep sweating and there is not enough space for you to even be comfortable. This makes the students want to go out of the school as soon as possible and not receive the education that they are entitled to. So this is commonly seen in public schools. They are focused on quantity over quality, even if the entirety deserves the quality education that they receive. In turn, parents who want their children to receive a good quality education turn to private schools. Now we know that private schools have a very high tuition fee. It is very expensive. That's why most commonly only those who have the money or the resources can receive the universal access to quality higher education. That's why if we don't demand our rights to a free education or rather a high quality education, then we cannot break the cycle of this society. All in all, we want to emphasize the importance of youth education and that we shall not ignore the current dilemma regarding this, as it will come haunting us in the future. Imagine a country or a community where there's a lot of youngsters who are ignorant. Who will be their leader? Will it be a scenario of a blind leading a blind? So, as to prevent this situation from happening, we should raise awareness. We should educate stakeholders about the importance of youth education as a human right. We should develop and enforce laws and policies that will guarantee access to quality education for all youth across the country. We should also allocate sufficient resources to ensure equitable access to education, especially to those who are not very blessed in terms of financial. As we are speaking, we should also ensure schools have adequate facilities, technologies, and resources to support quality education. Also, mind the safety of the students within the school campus, especially with the earthquake that is happening all over our country. May I also mention that we should also address teacher shortages and improve their working conditions, so as to attract and retain qualified staff. It is because they will be the one educating the future leaders of their respective communities. So, that would conclude our Voice for Change projects. I sincerely hope that you pick up new realizations and understand more the need for education to everyone who needs it all over the country, or the universe rather.
Human rights are not a luxury. They are the very essence of our humanity, and they must be protected at all costs. In a world that is often marred by injustice and inequality, it is our duty to be the voice for those who are silenced, to be the defenders of those who are oppressed, and to be the champions of those whose rights are denied. Human rights encompass the right to life, liberty, and security, freedom of expression, religion, and peaceful assembly, and protection from discrimination, torture, and human treatment. These rights are not negotiable. They are universal, inalienable, and invisible. But let us not forget, that advocating for human rights goes beyond mere words. It requires action. Yes, action. It demands our unwavering commitment to addressing the injustices that persist in our communities and around the world. We must champion the right of the marginalized and the vulnerable, ensuring that every person has access to education, healthcare, facilities, and the opportunity to lead a life of dignity. We must combat discrimination based on race, gender, religion, sexual orientation, and more. Human rights are not just an inspiration, they are a beacon of hope that lights the path to a better, fairer, and more just world. We must work together, hand on hand. We live in this world once. So let us live it meaningfully and accordingly. I have a voice, and so do you. A whisper, a shout, a breath that breaks through the silence built by walls and fear. We were born beneath the same sky, under one sun that does not choose sight. No passport stamped upon our skin, no border drawn where hurts begin. Human, just that, nothing less. Each soul clothed in tenderness, but still, we see the shadows fall, the silence, beaten, broken, small. The child denied a place to dream, the woman hushed and heard unseen. The worker's hand, the prisoner's eyes, the refuge who never cries. For tears, too, have a limit, friend, when loss become the common end. Yet human rights are not a gift. They are a promise, strong and swift. They are the bridge we all must build, from ashes, anger, hope distilled. They say, no one should starve while others feast. No child should fight while elders preach and peace. No color, faith, or love should shame the way we walk, the way we dream. The right to live without fear of hate. The right to learn, to heal, create. The right to speak and not be still. To walk in peace by one's own will. The right to shelter, food and song. To love, to choose, to right a wrong. For rights are not just written laws. They're living flames in human cause. They're what we hold when hope runs dry. The wings we wear when we dare to try. So raise your voice. Let be known that justice never stands alone. Each time you speak, each time you care, you prove that freedom still lives there. In every act, both small and great, we write tomorrow, not too late. For when one person's rights are gone, the chain around us all is strong. And when one soul is truly free, that freedom grows in you and me. So hold the torch, don't let it die. Let the truth and mercy multiply. Let every border, wall and line be crossed by love. Be ratified, because in every heart there burns a plea to live with hope, to simply be. That is the right that binds us all, to rise, to stand, to never fall. We are the guardians of that light, the keepers of each other's right. As long as we believe, you'll see, there's nothing stronger than humanity.